Hey there, Toon. Random Toon here for another episode of the Random Toon Show. Today I will be teaching you how to get the pumpkin head on Toontown. The first thing you got to do is you got to run down Silly Street and then go into the... Boring, rubbish, blah, seen it before, copy, rip off, sequel, blah blah. Whoa. It was done. Kong had managed to complete the VP. But this was not enough for Kong. Kong had set his sights on a much bigger goal. The CFO. The CFO was notoriously difficult. We had an interview with a regular Toontown expert. Well, actually, the CFO is probably the easiest. This is why Kong must pluck up all of his courage to defeat this menacing boss. The CFO! Since Kong's last encounter with the VP, the two have become very good friends. And in the hopes of getting the CFO on his side as well, Kong decided to have a pre-battle chat with him. Since that failed, Kong decided to do everything he can in his power to get the CFO to like him. And that includes wearing this adorably cute headband. Kong takes a look at the door which he will soon have to go through. How is anyone supposed to open this door? They're a tiny Toon with tiny arms. Who is big enough that they can open the door with... How is Kong going to be able to even... Okay, apparently you just have to run into it and it just opens in his face. Physics! Logic! Kong details the true reason as to why he's down 10 laugh. Yeah, that incident with the train. Never be forgotten. But then... he's asked to go back and recover more laugh. Or so I thought. And it turns out that this dork thinks I'm a girl. This is actually a very friendly headband, worn to win over the CFO's affection. What can't you say about that? Seems perfectly logical. I'm fine by me. So Kong heads back to his estate and calls his doodle. It looks like a stomach. He's also called Kong. Isn't that confusing? I then order him to do commands for me. Jump! Jump again, you stupid doodle! So now Kong is running all the way back to Cashbot HQ. He's running all the way back. Remember, kids, if you're going across a train track, make sure you look both ways before running over an active train line. Who? What safety messages is sending out to kids? Yes, you can run over the train tracks as long as there are no trains there.
Be safe around trains. A message from Metro.
He runs into the door as per usual and just opens for him, like just like that, just without a care in the world. So he's in again. Thankfully there are still Toons here and he has full laugh now. Assuming people still think I'm a girl, but who cares? So we're just waiting around, you know, doing nothing, and then suddenly I see this guy. Oh, he's on a mission! Where the heck is he headed to? I've been waiting around even longer because people randomly start leaving. Yeah, no, that's great. That's just what we need. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, good sir. Oh, hey, but don't worry, guys. This guy's got us entertained. Look at that! Class A comedy right there, my friend. So we're making negative progress in regards to the boarding... Oh, wow. Wow. Thank you. So a random flurry of Toons randomly comes through the door and suddenly we have a full boarding group and... a wild Flapjack appears. Flapjack, you may want to lay off the pies. It's appeared to make you morbidly obese. Eventually I'm reunited with my good pal the CFO. Hey CFO lad, how are you doing? This guy appears infinitely smarter than the VP as he instantly recognises that we are all Toons. It appears we're coming up against some guy with a brain cell. So we come up against our first set of enemies, 2 Skelecogs and a robber baron. This guy seems to randomly start having a rave. Glad we got that settled. Flapjack suddenly just lost a load of weight and her lure misses. What an excellent start. But the question is, what does Codester have to say about the situation? You a crazy duck! Well said, Codester. Well said. Flapjack apparently just found something really, really funny. But I literally have no idea what it was. Kong had managed to defeat all of the cogs that stood in his way. And still looking as dashing as ever, he heads over to the other side to see how the other team are doing. And he realizes they are in great peril, grave danger. They don't have long left before they are killed by the most menacing cog of all cogs. This level 1 short change cash bot. And suddenly, Kong is reminded of his last attempt at the VP with this one phrase, "She was trying to green us." Kong is reminded of all the terrible things which he's been through, but he knows he must stay strong to defeat this menacing boss. By watching this monkey. Get away from that. Well, don't just sit there and watch her do it! Do something about it, you're a big thing! Why do you even have cranes here? You've been killed by them multiple times before. Take a hint and take them out. Knock off his safety helmet. That was a joke, ladies and gentlemen. That was almost as funny as that guy's joke before. Although I don't think that was a joke, I think his keyboard was just broken. So what's this big guy's big weapon? Teeny tiny little goons. And as you may expect, it's no challenge for... Oh. Yeah. Kong, you're embarrassing yourself. Now everyone, please, step out of the way. Get ready for the Crane Master at work. Seriously, these cranes controls are horrible. Now, I know I don't do the CFO much, so that could be an excuse, but I hated it when I went on. It was like it was going... What are we playing, Quap? This ain't Quap. Every time you pick up an ice cream laugh boost in the playground, or in your estate, just think of where that came from. Came from this poor guy, who I maliciously killed. For no reason. Look at this. Kong jumps on the goon. Nothing happens. No, literally, he just comes back up like, no, I wasn't jumped on. Nope, no, wasn't me. By the end of this, I just felt really guilty jumping on poor goons. They haven't done anything to me except trying to kill me, obviously. But apart from that, they've done nothing to me. They're just walking out on a Sunday walk. Oh, I think I'll go out for the day. Oh, a trip to A&E, please. I think I need medical attention. So, by the end, Kong was just running around, just picking up laugh wherever he could find it. This was getting serious now. Kong couldn't focus on the battle in hand because he was too worried about his laugh. This was it. This was it for Kong. There was no way he could escape this. He'd went from this to this. There was no escape. He was going to die, but then Flapjack came along and gave him a laugh boost. This saved Kong's life, and he was now more determined than ever to push on. With the help of his friends, Kong had eventually defeated the biggest obstacle of his life, the CFO. He was trapped in amongst goons, ice creams, laugh boosts, and Toons running about. But eventually, through perseverance and courage, Kong had managed to defeat him. After the success of Kong's CFO defeat, everyone wanted to talk to him. All of the media wanted to get his side of the story of how he managed to defeat such a menacing boss. Well, I'm still quite humble. I haven't actually let the fame go to my head just yet. I still feel like I'm a normal Toon. Fetch me my sandwiches! So as I was saying, yeah, I haven't let the fame go to my head at all. I still think I'm a pretty humble Toon, and I respect anyone for what they do for me. Give me them, you stupid moron! So how did you feel in the middle of the CFO fight? Well, of course, I felt very scared of the goons that were coming out because, you know, they were quite large and they're quite intimidating. What about this footage? What do you have to say about this? Yeah, well, obviously, someone's clearly messed with the footage there to make me look like a bad person. Probably the CFO himself. He's clearly messed with the footage there. And take a look at this clip. Were you nervous at all in amongst all of this carnage and ruckus? No, I was there. I was cool as ice, baby. I was just plowing through these goons like no one's business. I was just bam, bam, boshing them. No one could have stopped me. So probably like this audio that was recorded at the scene. Help me, Mommy! Help me! I'm scared! Clearly someone has dubbed that. Probably for language translation purposes. I hear that the video is being sold to Japanese traders, so clearly they needed to redub it in Japanese, and clearly that's the Japanese language. I want to go out of this interview. Is that okay? What am I going to do next? Well, I hope to do the CJ at some point in the future, just to maintain my position on the social standing ladder, or something like that. Basically, to show the world that I mean business and I can defeat all 4 bosses that this game has to throw at me. But before that, I think I'm going to go on a little bit of a vacation. Special thanks to Llama Fetus Films for drawing the images which you've seen during this episode. Really big thank you for them. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't done them. Special thanks to Schnutzer as well for sending me that image of the VP. Sorry I didn't actually use it in this episode. And also special thanks to you because you sent me the Skype bleep sounds, which I used for like 2 seconds. Sorry for so much hassle. But yeah, thank you very much for them. I really appreciate it. And special thanks to Smirky Bumper Pop for playing the CFO on Skype.